watching this 1 minute fair value gap up here, okay? So if we want price to go lower, we can go up first, consolidation, clear out a high, right? So we'll see if we want to clear that short-term high first. That 1 minute fair value gap's aligned nicely with that daily volume imbalance here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move this one here because we know it's the high of the new week opening gap. So just to keep the chart a little cleaner. And then I'm actually going to move this one here because we know it's the low of the new day opening gap here. Okay, so don't need the actual lines. We understand what the levels are. Now it gives us 2 that we can work with. And I do want to see these the same ones. Let's see. Here and here. Okay, yeah, that's the most previous set actually. These 2 are. So at this point, still have these equal lows sitting there, like that, relative equal lows anyways. NQ delivering kind of the same. So no SMT at the lows, which is pretty good. Right, these 3, oh wait, I lied, I'm not on NQ. Maybe I have to be on NQ. Okay. So we clear the low here. So we do actually have SMT at the lows. Let's take a look at NQ. Right, this low here cleared the previous low. So that's this swing low. This swing low runs out this low in NQ. Then we accelerate, pushing above the new week opening gap. Relative equal highs in NQ, right? If we want to get up and through that, then we would look for at least ES to kind of follow suit. I'd be interested to see if that new week opening gap can hold us in the short term to actually propel us through this buy side. We fall short of it. In my mind, we still want to revisit that area. Have a small inversion here, small bullish fair value gap here as well. Yeah, sloppy. That's all right. I like the idea of, yeah, holding on to the idea of getting through this high. Notice the 2 minute fair value gap is the 1 minute fair value gap. So overlapping inefficiency with buy side and the daily volume imbalance. That's the level I'd look for. Yeah, if we could run up through it, that'd be nice, right? Because that's this high right here is the hourly fair value gap. So that's why it aligns really nicely. Right, if I show you hourly chart, that's this high. So we have that bearish fair value gap now originating at this high. So if we could run that, that's even better. We're returning into the hourly fair value gap. Then we could look for the downward delivery is really what I would expect to see. Go up first to clear out liquidity, then reverse. Short term though, I think this new week opening gap should hold us. If not, then we might have to reassess. I would definitely favor seeing that high ran before we start kind of looking for shorts. Let's see, a 2 minute inversion, 5 minute, well, no inefficiencies. And obviously we're looking at this as a potential, I mean I was anyways, potential entry. Just not a fan because I do feel as if this bearish fair value gap here is going to halt us, right? So that is just not really worth the risk to reward at all. 5 handles would have to get us through that fair value gap into some highs, which if we were to do that anyways, I'm sure there'd be another opportunity to kind of hop on board and catch longs into like equal highs up here. So for now, we just got to wait, patient. Patience is a virtue. Oh, brother. Maybe in for another lame day. But it always worries me when we start creating an overlapping daily volume imbalances. You know, if we see that, it's never really a good sign for trending price movement. So I'm already expecting, as we've mentioned, just lethargic, kind of aimlessly wandering. I think we could still find something, but we're just going to be quicker. A little nimble, shorter targets. All these equal highs. I almost want to turtle soup that high here. Let me see what NQ's up to. NQ is about to run out its highs formed at 759. Yeah, still same highs. So we've just cleared that high. I want to see if we can touch that volume imbalance and that fair value gap there. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, let's hear it. Damn. So what does that mean? Did you make hella profits? Would you probably just blow that shit? Oh no. That shit is heartbreak. Damn. That actually is heartbreak. Wipe all the profits and no payout? Oh shit, I'd be hurt for real. Hopefully it was just one. You have multiple accounts, right? Was it just one of them or was it all of them? Like, are you copy trading? Try to use a 30-second entry here. So we've cleared the high that we wanted to see, right? We were thinking of turtle souping it. We actually didn't get into the volume imbalance when my entry was set. So we clear the short-term high. I'm waiting for an inefficiency. Nothing though on any of these time frames. And that's another way you can tell price is kind of going to move lethargically, right? Like even on the 15-second, notice how we're not leaving any inefficiencies. Close it in, here, even on the way up, right? No fair value gaps. Now back on the way down, really nothing to use. All three? Oh my God. He said bypass 3 more. Hey, that's the beauty of Apex right there. If that's who you're with, I'm assuming. If you know how to trade, best bang for your buck for sure. Damn. That shit is heartbreak though. Wow, that's heartbreak. I had a limit there, but we didn't get it. I had it on the actual volume balance. I was going to total soup that. We weren't able to enter on it. So I'm going to use new week opening gap. Oh, and we're about to run. That seems about right. Miss the entry and then run away from us. Yeah, I'm going to go in here like this. I guess I want to confirm that this stays open. We'll wait. But if it does, we're going to go enter new week opening gap low to target. Really, I like external sell side here. I want to make sure that that fair value gap stays open though, because we can still kind of stay within this range and be ugly. If we would have took that, we could have been out already. It's all right, no FOMO. No fear of missing out. 30-second has left it, okay. So I'm fine trusting this, seeing if this works out. If we leave that open, of course we don't. We did leave a small one open here. That's not really what I wanted to see, but we'll go in there. I don't like that at all, actually. I'm going to wait to see if one candle can reject it. Because we didn't close how I wanted, so I don't really feel comfortable going in right now either. Alright, good thing we waited. And what I mean by that is we close underneath, but we open with the bullish volume imbalance. So I wanted to see this really stay lower and close underneath the new week opening gap, right? Not completely really trade right up and through it. Oh, brother, we're about to be in some ugly price. Come on. It's all right, patience. Do you have the 50Ks, right? That's what you use? '50's cool. Yeah, not bad. I almost want to use this as an inversion here. Like I said, we'd have to get all the way into that buy side up here. See if these candles play around here for a little bit. NQ, okay, NQ didn't clear a low. If we could have cleared a low in NQ, I would feel a little more confident going long here. I think we give it a shot. So the idea of going short to me was pretty eradicated. So I'm going to look to go long. On the new week opening gap. Stop below that wick that we just created. And at this point, we would have to get through highs. So I'm going to assume that we want to get through highs. We'll try to enter like this. And we need to clear that buy side. I'll be pretty quick because, right, we have this premium here, which I think is going to hold us. So this is more of a counter trend in my opinion. Like we said, got to be nimble. As soon as we run this high, if we can run that high and get into this inefficiency, I'm going to jam my stop right underneath this new week opening gap. So immediately cutting risk in half. If we even get tapped in, we may not get tapped. If we don't get tapped in and we run for it, then there's really nothing to do. But yeah, I like the idea of using that newest inversion paired with the new week opening gap, showing an unwillingness to break below. I was up like, damn, bro, that's actually ass. That is hard to break. A little bit of nice little payout. Yeah, that means you just do it all over again. Prove to yourself you're nice with it. I feel that though. I've done that stupid shit. Not trading micros, but the full contracts, but when I would like copy trade, the ratio I had on my copy trader was off, so I was risking way more than I should have been, and just blew those accounts quick. We've all been there. How do we not get tapped in though? That's crazy. I mean, I guess we won't be greedy. We'll just use the inversion if we can get another chance at it, I guess. No guarantee we do, but let's give us one more tap into that. Rather, yeah, this is terrible price action. Terrible, terrible. Shortened trading week though, right? Last week of the month, people I'm sure are taking it off. Less volume in the market. We got Powell speaking and another FOMC member speaking tomorrow. Okay. Right, I like how the bodies are really refusing to close within that. So we're wicking lower, which is I'm hoping to get tapped in on a wick here. We're just going to use the high of it. All right, we're not going to be greedy. And then we're going to go stop underneath consequent encroachment of this wick right there. Oh, hopefully we didn't miss it. There we go. Yep. That's a good way to look at it. Consistency, right? Over one hit wonders, no doubt. Yeah, dollar kind of just vibing. Dollar just ran out of high though. Interesting. Right, dollar going up. Well, we're kind of stuck here. So if dollar runs out that high and can reverse, should give us lift. I don't like the back-to-back volume imbalances. I don't want to chase this, but I'm like, we're going to use this volume imbalance here. Right, entry is still logical. It's just close proximity entries to get us out right at the 830 level. Doesn't want to give us the entry. Let's see if we can't hold from this one more time. Kind of retrace into here. Give us our entry. And then get through. Still, I don't like, right, look at all this. That's a lot of liquidity right here. Trendline traders, right, obviously we don't trendline. We don't believe in them. But retail traders are looking at this, right, as support in my mind. So I think there's a lot of liquidity sitting under here. Oof, look at that delivery, right into the high of that. So actually, okay, we need to reassess what we're doing here. Even I got it's getting me a little tripped up this morning too. Because that's still holding us. We're gonna move this. Right, we didn't get into it here. We did here. We hold the daily volume imbalance. I still think we can actually reverse. What I'm gonna do, as we often say, watch the last discount that was formed. So I'm watching this volume imbalance right here. Right, not only is that low, high, lower, low broken, there's a breaker here. So now, consequent encroachment of that is consequent encroachment of the volume imbalance. Right, that's the discount I'm watching. If we get under that, I go short again. I mean, the way that we rejected the fair value gap is pretty intense right there. And that volume imbalance. So yeah, if we can clear that, right, close underneath, that means we're closing underneath the breaker's mean threshold. So I would actually try to use that. This fair value gap has been rebalanced now, right? We reprice into the high of it. We close underneath. If we're bearish, that should not really be broken. But for me, the trigger point for entry is this volume imbalance. So if it holds there and we continue to run, we just miss out on that, okay? But if we can get underneath it, I like that. For at least targeting one of these lows here. All right, still within the 1 hour fair value gap. In the 15 now. Just so many lows there. 2-minute volume imbalance bullishly, however. Let's see, NQ did not run a high. Okay, interesting. So yeah, I would really like that actually. If we can close underneath here, NQ didn't run this high. Notice. Right, we had an intermediate high here. We fall short of it. If we start retracing, potential SMT there, which would allow us to use ES. Okay. So yeah, we'll look for that. No entry on the longs. We're going to try to go short here if we close underneath. Have to close underneath though. That's the trigger to target all the way down here. No close underneath, nothing to do. Even now though, right? No inefficiencies at all, so it's tough. Tough read this morning, no doubt. No doubt. I like this idea here though. As we said, need to close below. No closure below means sitting on hands, nothing to do. No close below, okay? Close below mean threshold, volume imbalance still holds with the body. So want the body to get underneath it. Until then, nothing. Because we have another one here, but I'm putting more weight into this one. Just getting it ready in case we want to close below that one. We did, okay. We'll try it there. So this candle is now closed underneath the volume imbalance. We're still holding this one, right? So that could be a risk for us. That we're holding this lower one here. But to me, if we're going to close underneath mean threshold of this breaker, we should get lower, right? We left a fair value gap there as well, aligned with that. So we have the volume imbalance and that fair value gap, like this, in the same exact area. Notice that fair value gap's consequent encroachment is the breaker's mean threshold. So a lot of overlapping PD arrays. So I'm fine taking that there. First trade of the morning. We'll see if it plays out. Target's going to be, I like external range, of course. We'll look to partial though if we can. 5 handles, so partial with this volume imbalance. That's not a good sign at all. Completely retake that. This candle here needs to break lower quickly, not get back above that. We're going to move the breaker for now. Yeah, NQ still held that high, so. At this point, I actually want to see dollar continue to expand above that high, not retrace. Yeah, that's not good. Not a good sign for the boys. And Q going lower. So we're not moving in tandem right now. Right, and Q's going lower. The dollar's going higher. ES is going higher. Not a fan at all. We need to completely overtake this volume imbalance and ideally close back below this fair value gap. One candle's chance, right? We've closed right above it, so this is now an inversion. But if we can overtake it, we should be good to go. Back on track. Closing below this low means we jam stop to newest structure point. Yeah, their dollar goes. So dollar's continuing to expand. And Q's near this low here already. So I mean, honestly, we'll probably partial at that low if we can. Going with two more right there, same spot. Let's show these now. Basically just using the same volume imbalance, right? Same entry, same mechanics. Volume imbalances can be used more than once. We cut them through candles. So as we close underneath this again, I'm using that to get short one more time. Just adding two more. Trying to build up a little bit of a position here. Dollar's gapping, fair value gap, or volume imbalance higher. Okay, so dollar seems to be reaching for a high. So, I mean, we should see the ES start to sell off here. If we don't, that means it's being held. Right, let me show you. NQ, as we said, NQ is nearing this Wix low already. So if we can continue to get low, that's nice. SMT at the highs, we like to see that. This high runs this high. This high does not. So far, NQ giving us the signs we want to see. Now, if we look at the dollar, right, look at that. Huge bullish momentum right now, which is we want to see right here in ES. Beautiful. Right, if I show you on a 5-minute, dollar's reaching for this high. So I want to see ES reach for this low. We need to get under New Week opening gap. If we get under the New Week opening gap, I'm pretty confident that we can at least partial out here. This is going to be the roadblock for us, this New Week opening gap that's right here. NQ just ran out the low. Okay. I don't like that too much. I need to see ES catch up. So NQ has just ran this low right here. We're in ES now. Once again, potential SMT at the lows, just like the highs. I don't like that we held that New Week opening gap so aggressively, especially right, we're holding the fair value gap that's within that, more importantly, here. So I want to see us get below the fair value gap, below the New Week opening gap. At this point, I can go tighter stop, right above daily volume imbalance. Don't want to see that, and we'll go right there. But once again, even if we get lower, in my mind, it's going to be another high resistance. Right, just look at price and let me hide everything. Look how price is delivered today. And every price leg, there's really no inefficiencies getting left. Right, lower, no inefficiencies. This run up. Sure, we create them quickly, but notice how price even paints underneath those and then continues. Right, no inefficiencies. We had one here, that's what we hit. On this leg from low to high, no inefficiencies besides the volume imbalance. So if we get lower, I really expect that same delivery. I don't expect it's going to be, right, just run right through these lows. I think that we'll try to get there, retrace, fill in the inefficiency, make another leg lower, retrace, fill in the inefficiency, right? You know what I mean? Kind of stair-stepped away. That's not good at all, though, right there. We don't want to see that in the slightest. Right, we're not, yeah, that's not okay. That's not good. And Q now has ran out low of day, low of New York session. Nope, that's a new, yep. So we've cleared the New York session low in NQ. One of two things, right? We're not going to get, yeah, I'm going to go here. We're cutting risk. Oh, bad. Okay, we close underneath. Okay, I like that. Bullish volume imbalance, however. So we'll actually go ahead and partial out, as we said, at 5, which will put us, wait, what's this? 4.5K. We're not greedy. So, oh my gosh. Chill. So, no. I want to buy that. Oh my, we're throwing, fellas. We are throwing. Okay. Idiot. It happened a little quicker than I was expecting. Chat, we're good. We're not panicked. So my actual entry is broke even now. This here, we effed that up tremendously. So we're gonna have to go something like this. We were able to partial out there. And yeah, we'll just close fully at this low right here. That was goofy. The actual trade, we'll just show you the actual trade since we're in that one. And we didn't fuck up the entries. Easier to follow. Here. So we partialed at that low. We're going to take another partial. No, that's not. Oh my goodness. Close it all. That's too bad. I was going to take a partial here, hold for external range of the day. But we are fully out right there. I mean, we'll contend with that. That's actually tough though. Okay. So we clear this low. That's where we get out. I wanted to not close the full position there, but we moved so quick into that. We're about to run now. All right, well, damn. We'll be content there. That's all we needed. Matter of fact, go ahead and rip back for us. Swing low cock. We take that. We'll take the swing low. And I think that might, honestly, I hate doing it to y'all, but we'll see if we start retracing higher. Honestly, I'll call it a wrap there. So we got the idea to play out as we wanted to see. Beautiful. All right, the 1 minute, I'll show you guys on the other one. Because I added micros here so I could partial, but it's easier to see on the actual contract. So let me change it real quick. Cool. Notice what time this low came in. 10:31. So that has me intrigued. But anyways, real quick, right? We'll talk about entry. Everything we were waiting for. As we said, we were expecting price to go up to go lower. That was the whole basis of today, right? Creating this consolidation, run out buy side to then clear basically all this liquidity that was created below. We fall short of it here. We never get into it. So as we said, we needed to see price not only close below, but this candle here needed to close below as well to create the fair value gap. It creates the fair value gap, but it doesn't create it perfectly aligned with the new week opening gap. And that was my indicator to get short. So because that doesn't happen, we just have to sit and wait, right? Go back to being patient. We see that inversion leads us back into the daily volume imbalance. So now we've returned into that inefficiency. And very clear cut, right? We talk about this all the time. Looking at the last discount as we run out liquidity. If that gets traded through and below, good indication that order flow is going to switch. So the last discount was this volume imbalance here, right? As soon as price cleared liquidity, hit that inefficiency, and closed underneath that volume imbalance, boom, we go short immediately here on this candle. We do paint outside the lines a little bit, but we trust that this high is going to be protected, right? We have no need to get back up there, as we said. We don't even get back into the fair value gap, And then boom, we slam back underneath that volume imbalance again, where we go short one more time. So as we said, we can use it multiple times. It's not a one and done thing. We add again. We then partial out here at this low. As you said, just near 5 handles, accidentally added. So kind of ignore that, right? You have the sentiment behind it. But we're partialing here at this low, and then we're fully closing at the external range low here. Good thing we do, because now look what's happened. Catching that swing low beautifully. No swing high entry though for today. Unfortunate. Can't be perfect. But see, that's the stuff I like. And now, right, like for me, I'm done. Could we look and try to go short, or could we look and try to frame a reversal to catch a long now into this? Sure. But why? You know what I mean? If someone gave you $500 and said, all right, you can bet half of this, but it's no guarantee, will you do it? I mean, I would hope you'd say no. Walk away with your $500 and be happy. And that's me. Content. We'll hang out a few more minutes and see if we want to actually retrace into this range. Or if, because right, what we do here now, we tape read it, and we really look at the exact same scenario, but flip it now. Last premium as we run out sell side liquidity here. If we clear that premium, we would look for that to hold bullish into some sort of, right, short-term maybe highs like this. Obviously, if we're bearish, we're going to hold that and continue to print lower. So that's kind of what we're watching. And to be honest, I kind of would think that's the case, because what we spoke about yesterday, we go 9:30 to 10:30 here. Highest high and lowest low. This is the lowest low. We've closed below that 10:30 low. So in theory, we've closed below the morning range low, which would make me think that we'd actually want to continue to deliver in that direction for the time being. But fortunate for us, we have no skin in the game, right? We could just watch now and improve. It is going up now. It is indeed going up now. Good observation. Maybe short-lived though. Could be a short-lived rally. Dollar, yeah. Okay, dollar's retracing, so maybe though. Right, we got that huge expansion we wanted to see, which delivered us into our inefficiency. So now if dollar does retrace, yeah, we can do that. We'll actually paper trade this here. So, right, so we can test that theory. We have created a swing low now here, and we've cleared the last premium here. So now we use that. Boom. To target 5 handles. Gets us back into fair value gap right there. Cool. We do have a bearish fair value gap here. That's in equilibrium. Right, if I take this high to low, it's above equilibrium. So that's a premium fair value gap there. I wouldn't mind seeing that hold us to return us into this volume imbalance, where we can maybe add that entry and then run. Let us see. Left a fair value gap there as well, so could be helpful. Oh no, not the fair value gap touch and run. But like we said, that small fair value gaps here. So it actually wants us to wick below that. But if we hold that perfectly, we miss this entry. We've hit the low of it to the tick. Yeah, we need to get below it quickly. Just with a wick. Wick, low it, close inside of it. It's trying. It really is. Dang. 4 times it hit that low. There it is. What? Hello? That's criminal. That's how it was, bro. I was like, what? What? I was absolutely flabbergasted right there. So we still have a chance. New week opening gap. I could see us consolidating here. Lower time frame, seek and destroy. High, low, higher high, lower low. Entry. Back for a higher high. That's what I see right here. There's entry. All right, now we look for this high. If not, oh well. Paper trade, I'm not in with actual capital. All right, that one trade we took will be it. As I said, I'm not someone that needs to keep on pushing. Content with enough. Could you imagine that losing though? 50K just like that. I'll be so hurt. The most I've ever lost at one single time was probably 7,500. And that still was, I couldn't imagine going any more than that. Options are dangerous though in that way. Oh yeah, that's what we like right there. Negate the bearish volume imbalance, bullish, close that sucker in, close back above, reclaiming the bullish fair value gap. What we don't want is for this to wick underneath. Okay, so we reclaim it. Another volume imbalance though. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 in the last 5 minutes. Actually, let's see, from here. Actually, from here. No, from here, geez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, ninth volume imbalance in the last 13 minutes. Gee, 9 for 13. What a percentage. It's all-star percentage right there. As you said, we'll trust this holds. If not, oh well. And then we want to target right here this inefficiency. So we'll return into the fair value gap. I'm tired of hearing everyone busy saying. Slang and dope. Turn me to a superhero. Closing above new week opening gap, in my mind, puts in new structure. So we move stop to this low. But notice how we're delivering here, okay? I don't like this type of delivery. Lows, higher low, higher low. Because now we are engineering really here. We're doing the same exact thing in a fractalized sense. Right, a little ugly delivery in here, but we're creating higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows for that swift run through them. That's kind of what I see happening here. Higher low, higher low, higher low. To me, I think we're going to run through these. I'm hoping it's after we get into our TP. Right, as we continue to push up, I'm just adding or moving the stop to the most recent structural low that is formed. Yeah, we don't like that. Equal highs, so I mean, we should run that first, but new week opening gap, obviously, giving us some contention. NQ, okay, NQ is going lower. NQ is about to take out its low. So, dollar? Dollar's going lower. We'll hold. Right, whatever happens here happens. As a matter of fact, because we've already held this volume imbalance, I'll put my stop below this low right now. So price can reach for it right away. Yeah, never a fan of this type of delivery, right? Would wanted to see like this low, clear this low, or at least see. We did clear a low here and here, but that's such a minuscule time frame. It's hard to trust. Alrighty, we'll see. We'll see. At this point, we're just trusting that the volume imbalance holds us again. If not, we out. We out here. Dollar has created a bullish breaker. Not ideal. To a superhero. Oh yeah, dollar is ripping. It's gonna close too, but we don't need to. We've already secured or cut the risk, so. Can we get much higher? So high. Hey, there it is. All right. Well, at this point, we're playing around here still, so let's see how this closes. On it still? Whatever. It's about to be 11 o'clock. That's my end zone anyways. All right. We are already profited out. This was just more for fun. So yeah, we're content with that, and we'll go ahead and call it a day. Real quick, I'll run through the actual trade one more time. On the funded. Load it up, load it up. Okay. So as we said, right, using micros here, so it's going to look a little different, which I guess we'll show you the actual, because you need to see the actual. Was that the micros there? Oh yeah, you need to see the actual one here. As we said, this here, accidental. All right, so immediately open and close. That's why you see it. Very next candle. As we pushed into the daily volume imbalance, we were looking at the last discount to get inverted. That's our entry signal. We have all this liquidity built up, trendline liquidity paired with external range. We had this untapped inefficiency that was a 5 minute, 15, and 1 minute. Right, so for us this whole morning, we wanted to see this low get ran out. We understood this was a consolidation to clear out buy side before reverting lower. All we had to look for was that signature, and that came here. So we first delivered perfectly, right? Perfect delivery into the high of the fair value gap. That's sign 1, signature 1. Closing below it, another great sign. Closing below the volume imbalance, boom, that becomes the entry. So we enter there, only one entry on the funded, right? We stacked here, obvious stacking entry, but for us, we just held the original entry. Partialed first at this swing low, and then closed fully, as you see here. So if we go back to the micros, you'll see how that kind of lines up. The volume imbalance wasn't in here on the micro, so I'm just really tying it up to where they are in the like the full contract. That's what you're seeing. So these entries come where the volume imbalance would be. We do have the small fair value gap, so kind of the same idea. But we get short, stop above that swing high, partial first at the low, full close at the swing low, and lo and behold, we actually catch the swing low of the New York session. So we kind of are used to that. Catching the swing low is nice to see. Yeah, nice day overall. Right, even though in this ugly delivery, as we said, even though it's ugly, you can still be profitable if you know what you're looking for. You just have to be quick with it. Unfortunately, we were able to take advantage today. You use a trade copier through TradingView, not through TradingView. Right, Apex has its own. So what you can do is that you set up, I mean, in theory, you can use it through TradingView, but it's the Apex trade copier is what I use. So if you have multiple TradeMate accounts, and they have to be with Apex, right? That's the only bad thing. You can use a different one if you don't have Apex accounts. But Apex makes it pretty easy to where if you have multiple Apex accounts, they have their own copier that allows you to trade off TradingView as long as Ninja Trader's open. Yeah, that's all for today. I like it. I like it. I mean, look at G's. Look at 15. Like if you were like a higher time frame trader, today would be rough. Right, gone nowhere. That's tough. Yeah, we're able to catch something nice at least. Yep, if you have the Apex trade copier, right, it's a different thing that's sold by Apex Investing. You have to pay for it. But what that allows you to do is you have to have Ninja open, right, which is what I do, but you don't have to trade through Ninja. Once it's open, what it'll allow you to do is connect all your Apex accounts, select one master account, right? So for me, my master account is the account that I have on Tradeovate, so I can use TradingView, and then whenever I enter, it'll copy those onto the Ninja accounts. I could send you a video or something if you're curious about that, or post it. I think I already did post it. I can maybe tag you in it. That's what I did. Just watch the video Apex release on how to use it and all that stuff. ICT indicator. All ICT all in one. By Matt. I did under questions, bet. Okay, yep. So under the questions tab then. Yeah, you can check that one out. Go to the, someone said in the questions tab. Let me see. Remember, okay, yep, cool. So actually, I'll just reply to it real quick right now. So then it'll be at the very bottom. All right, so in the questions tab, if you click on that link I just really reshared, the original posted message, that video will really run you through everything. That's the one that I use, and I like it. It's pretty helpful. And then the indicator, as I said, was what's it called? Right, ICT all-in-one by Matt. I think I posted that somewhere too. It's one of the members that we have here, but he gave us a, right, there's a discount code if you use my name, Shadow. So I posted a link to it somewhere in here. I'll have to find it again. Oh, there it is. If you go into the general tab of the members, it was posted already by Michael on March 6th. That'll give you more information. Look at that though. We are going to run up into there. We just had to run our stop out. Tight stop. Now that we've cleared a low though, if we close above that new week opening gap, that'd actually be an entry for me. I'm not going to take it, but you could watch that and see how that plays out. Are you going to do a vid on the market maker model? I guess I could. I don't really look at it in that sense, right? Like I'm not someone that is actively thinking of buy and sell models, just to be honest. I know that a lot of people do, and I guess it might be unfair of me to say because at one point in time I did put a lot of time into it, so I think it's something that I just kind of internalized now, right? But I'm not necessarily looking at like original consolidation, reaccumulation. This is the smart money reversal to target, right, the reaccumulation. But it's something that we could kind of cover maybe in the future if you would like. But yeah, for now we'll go ahead and wrap it up. No entry here, just tape read this as a potential, right, setup. Going from the new week opening gap into new week opening gap. Nice little tape read idea. But yeah, we'll leave you guys with that. Until tomorrow, we have news at bang. Oh, okay, in the afternoon tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll just be here normal time, 9:25 Eastern, just before equities open. And yeah, we'll see what we get then. Till then, have a good rest of the day, everybody. Stay safe, take care, and we will talk tomorrow morning. See you guys.